Well, I've just finished a little project, and it's not quite the weekend, but my daughter went to London and she brought me some leather back. And it's a project that I've been doing quite regularly, but I've been doing them in Rexine, in the Rexine back. And I've been making what they call drop hinge boxes, and I've been using this kind of stuff. I've shown you this before, but that is Rexine. It's the nearest thing to leather I used to buy. But my daughter splashed out and she said, I'll get you a bit of leather. So she went and got me some leather, and I made a little, she wanted a diary, so I made a little diary for her. And this is the diary I made, and this is in, I think it's sheep leather or sheepskin or whatever you want to call it. It's very, very pliable, it's very, very soft, and it was very, very thin because I haven't got any paring knives or scissors or anything like that, so I was a bit worried about using it. Anyway, it was a small piece, so she wanted a book originally, and I said, do you want a case or a slip case to put it in? She said, well, I'm not really bothered, it's going to be a diary and it's going to be left open in the kitchen, I'm going to use it. I said, yeah, but you're going to need to cover it up now and again, aren't you, if you go away or something like that. Anyway, she plumped for a box, but she didn't want she didn't want a slipcase, because she wanted something she could take it out of easily, and she plumped for this, which is the drop hinge box, which I've made, and it's got a leather backing, and it was made in the same way as I always make everything, except it has got a leather backing. It's got a buckram hinge, internal hinge, and on the outside it's got the leather which makes up the rest of the hinge, and it's got quite a flat look to it, but it is leather. Now, if you can get in and see that, the grain on that, I don't know if you can see the grain on it, but it's very, very pretty, and it works wonderfully. It moulds beautifully. I'm really pleased with the way it moulded in. Anyway, I was going to make that originally of Rexine, but Wendy said I'd rather have it made of the other piece of leather. And this is the book which I made. It's got a couple of faults, but Wendy didn't seem to mind, and I hope to eradicate those faults in the next book that I make for her mum. I'm going to make another diary. She wants a diary making for her mum, but she wants that diary made in, this is the book I'm making. This one is the book block for the book, and this is going to be in pink. It's got a pink colouring on it, the lamb's wool that she's got. So this is going to be a diary for her mum-in-law, and it's the same thing, except it's got a different inscription on to who it's for. And Wendy wanted a grey what they call them inside, a grey ribbon, a marker ribbon, and I was very pleased the way it went in. And it's got leather bands on the inside as well. I've got leather bands on, but apparently they're a little bit too big, and I bought some new stuff which is leather band, which is half as thick again, and that should be the correct size for the banding that I need. So instead of having a big lump like that, it'll be a rather pleasant small lump at the back, or lump or cosmetic appearance, which is quite pleasing. The back went in quite well, I thought, but the top end I made a couple of errors on, and it didn't go in as well. But it opens up quite well, but it is a bit stiff. It's got a blue marbling inside, which Wendy quite likes. She said she liked the marble and the blue marble paper. I've got grey and I've got sort of a brown. But I'd done the end on it in blue, with a little bit of gold little bit of gold fleck, which is acrylic, and it actually stuck like mad. So you've got to be very careful when you use acrylic on the back here, because it will stick the pages. And because the pages are in 8 sections, you can see the rather large lumps, and they do say don't do more than about between 4 and 6 pages in a signature. Well, I've got 8 pages in a signature there, which is rather too much. Anyway, this is quite a simple, it's nothing technical about this. It's the same sort of book that I normally make for diaries, and this is the one, as I say, one for my daughter. And there's a little few bits at the end. She didn't want too much. She didn't want too much flash at the end, so I put a name in and what a name meant, and a few other things which she wanted, telephone numbers and things and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, there's a few bits and pieces at the end which are of interest to Wendy, as birthday stones and birth flowers and the origins of, and Wendy's origin of a name and her birthday flower and things like this. Anyway, it will bend open, it will stay open. I mean, it's got a lot of strength in this. I've done a special stitch on the back, which is, I've done a double stitch on the back. You can see it there, like a crossover stitch for strength. So most books will open in the middle, like this one. They will open up and think about. This will not open up in the middle. So it's got plenty of strength in it, and it should take a good fair bit of whacking. But it's only going to last a year, so there's no problem with it. Anyway, quite pleased with that. And she didn't want any fablon on it or anything, and I've now got some sort of matte fablon, which is non-gloss, and the thing stands up quite well, which is a sign of a good book. They do say square book or whatever. But anyway, I'll stop there, and if anybody's got any thoughts about working in leather, go ahead, because have a look at and see what people are doing on the net. And I got all my ideas from the net. There's a few things they don't show you, which I have made a video of it for myself, which runs into about an hour, but which is far too long to put on the net. And it's for my own use only, just to remind myself, because I tend to forget things awfully quickly. But most of this is copied from the net, and most of it is from a woman called Tricia Morris, and the other person that taught me the other things for the box. The box is Tricia Morris, and the book I got the ideas from people like Sage Reynolds and other people who lay leather in, put leather on books and things like that. They're too numerous to mention. I've looked at everybody. I mean, I'm an avid watcher of anything to do with leather. So Wendy was quite pleased with this, which gave me a lot of pleasure, because if she's pleased, I'm pleased. So I was pleased when it went in. But there are a few faults. You can see the couple of lumps there, which I'll try and remove on the next one, and that other thing at the top there where I didn't allow enough room for the top and things like this. But anyway, a few things that I learnt, and I don't know if you can notice it, but between the top band and the bottom band there's about 1/4 of an inch difference, and it's an optical illusion. If I'd have done them both equal, apparently it would have looked odd. So with that bottom being longer, it makes it, the optical illusion corrects itself for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, I won't go into the whys and wherefores of that. There's greater people than me who'll do things about that. But anyway, I might pop this on the YouTube, because I'm so chuffed with myself about working in leather. I've never done it before, and it's as good as any I've seen. I mean, I've seen better, but I mean, I've done odds and ends that people haven't done that are extra, things like this. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'll stop there, and I hope it's been of some interest to somebody.